Welcome back to What Are Tea Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53, M55, the Tier 9 American SPG, located on the southeast spawn of Pearl River and under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP in its first submission, the first submission from Angelina this week. For equipment, she's carrying the Bounty Rammer, an improved vents, and also the Bounty gun laying drive, so we should see some pretty good gaming here. Improved rotation as well on the crew skills, so she's going to be able to dial in the gun much quicker with improved rotation. Some people use the rotation device on Arty even if they don't actually have a turret. This thing does, but sometimes it does actually help dialing in on any target much quicker than you would before. Okay, she's turned and ready to go. 8-inch howitzer, 900 alpha, 52mm of pin, and Angelina's only carrying HE. Her first target has arrived, and it's an M55 or E50 to the rest of you. Rounds out, looks good. Oh, look at that. Oh, now that's interesting. Both Artys fired at the target at the same time. It looks like Angelina's shell hit the rock face, but it looks like the Batchat did manage to get around into the side of him. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks. Both Artys are tier 9. Same capabilities basically, except of course the Batchat 155, 55 has only got 155mm howitzer, whereas this is the 8-inch, which is 203. She fires in the head of the Jaegeru and gets stunned, but he clears it straight away with his first aid kit. Angelina's backing up to avoid counter battery. Now the standard reload for this RT is 40.27 seconds, but Angelina's got a reload of 32.80. So not 8 seconds off the reload time. Trying to make up her mind. That tower is going to be a real problem. She's got a partially occluded rescue, and that means that there's a good chance the shell will hit the tower, that Chinese tower, and not hit the target. In fact, it did. That's exactly what happened. You can see it knocked off bits of the tower. Wish it did that for real in the game every time. You know, you could actually knock pieces off buildings and have them fall on tanks. Maybe that's an improvement the war game will bring in the future. Improved physics. Improved physics by way of actually being able to destroy the scenery and create new gaps between buildings so that tanks can attack on a different flank. She's almost ready to go. In fact, I think she is ready to go, and puts the shell behind those tanks to stun them all, and they can't clear the stun, so obviously that means they're now vulnerable, and Angelina should pick up loads of stun assist. Well, unfortunately they got rid of the stun before the assist went in, and we lost the tank there. We're 2 down on the enemy at the moment. In fact, things are not looking so good because, yes, that an E3 just took out our M5Y, and the enemy are now starting to push. They just got rid of the contender as well, so things are not looking very good on the east side of the map. And Angelina's decided it's better to redeploy and keep fighting, because if she stays where she is at the moment, she is going to be toast. So it's much better to redeploy to a new part of the map. This is one of the good things about Arty, is Arty does tend to watch what's going on the battlefield. We use the minimap to locate our targets, to see where our next victim is going to be, but of course it's also used to protect ourselves, to see where we need to go in order to get the best results. And well, we skimmed past the Jaegeru. Angelina's still making her mind up. I think she's safe in this area here because there's nobody in the village. We've got a badger in there, which is actually effectively stopping the enemy. But look at the way it's all deployed. It's now become a west-east game, and the enemy is now desperately trying to get back to their cap, knowing full well they've got no Arty, and of course now that they are vulnerable. Because we've got their cap area. Well, there's the E3 that killed our M55, and now he's desperately trying to get resets on our tanks that are actually in their cap area. He can't. Oh, for a second she couldn't see him. But direct hit right on the engine deck area, 367, and we can see that the enemy tanks are now trying to get into the village so they can snipe at our guys. But unfortunately for them, well, fortunately for us, that Badger's still there. And he's blocking their path, so they can't get in. They can't see us. They can't snipe at us. And our guys are now capping. They are trying to put cap pressure on the guys. There's two in the cap now. They're deliberately doing that to make sure that the enemy... Oh, she gets her first kill. Takes out the Jaeger. They're doing it to try and force the enemy to return and come back. Where there's only 3 enemies left, the whole battle has turned completely about face, because it was a case that we were 2 down and we lost a lot of heavy tanks in a row, and now it's gone completely the other way, so we need to put pressure on the tanks trying to get resets, and we're almost capped out, so we're going to try and put a round into this 263. Now, rounds out, looks good. Direct hit! Oh, he killed him! It wiped him out, and even though the enemy did get a reset, that was the last kill of the game, and Angelina's won. Here's the end of battle stats, and even though Angelina didn't get a whole lot of actually stun assists out of that game, she certainly had a big effect upon the battlefield, because she killed 2 enemy tanks, one of which was trying to get the reset so they could actually stay in the game, and unfortunately for them, unfortunately for Angelina, she killed the right one and got the game. Now, it was a second-class tanker. It was a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 7. And her win rate wasn't particularly high. It was only 1,085. But Angelina did get some good shots on the right targets. Now, let's have a look at team score. We can see that Angelina didn't actually earn much damage in the game either. Some of those shells didn't go where she wanted them to. One hit a wall, one hit the tower, and during crucial moments as well. But she did get 2 kills, and they were important kills as well. We can see that the highest scorer in the game turned out to be this guy here, the TVP T5051 with 3,140 hit points. Second highest was the Badger, and of course the Badger was crucial to holding off the village so that the enemy couldn't get in and get resets. And the third highest damage turned out to be our Leopard 1 with 2,558. As I said, Angelina only got 1,100 hit points, but when it came to kills, we can see that she was actually in joint second place with 2 kills. Top scorer being the Shure MV7X, who got 4 kills, and the Badger got 2, the Leopard 1, the Shure MV7X, and Angelina, and the TVP and Jaeger on the enemy team got 2 kills. So the Jaeger that Angelina killed, which I think was, well, it's that one, GeForce, and I think that was their good one. It was their one who'd actually killed 2 tanks, GeForce, and Angelina got him, so he was one of their better players. He was hitting the right targets. And when it came to base XP, we can see Angelina's about mid-table with 830. Top scorer being the Shure MV7X, the M103, and the other Shure MV7X. But 830 is still good because it's at the upper end of the table. Let's have a look at detail. She only fired 8 shots, but she got 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 10 splash. As I said, a few of those shells didn't go where she wanted them to go. Either they landed behind the enemy, or they landed or the shell hit the wall or hit the tower. But she did get 1,100 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. She damaged 5, killed 2, and did 1,285 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. On a premium count, she made a profit of 65,783 credits from that game, including getting a 50,000 mission completion and 2,490 experience points as well. She did exactly the right thing. She redeployed once that side of the map, the east side, was completely open. She thought, right, I'm out of here, and she did it exactly very quickly, moved, so did the back chat. They knew that they had to get away from that corner and let their teammates come back and deploy around their cap to protect it. But in the meantime, they could support the attack on the enemy cap. And of course, Angelina did that by taking out the Jaeger. And of course, lastly, that Object 263, who could have actually sat on that corner getting resets. But no, Angelina put a shell right into his cockpit and wiped him out completely. And it was a blind hit as well, because the guy disappeared for a moment and then reappeared as soon as Angelina had fired as a dead wreck. So very well played, Angelina. She set a good target for this week. Be difficult for Talon to win 2 weeks in a row. Of course, he did win last week, but I'm sure that he will give it a good try. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.